All right, we're back again. Had a little bit of a mishap. Built one of these. They don't take too terribly long, so I'm going to show you how to do that. And we'll be good. It takes 26 of these little guys. They give you more than that. So just be prepared to be doing this for a minute. 2, 3, 4. Actually, it takes 52 total. So 5. Have fun. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I feel like this might be one of the few things that they actually made for this. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. You know, we're going to take this one off. It didn't feel good. I got plenty of extras here. 25. That's better. 26. Cool. So that should be all of them. They don't really tell you either way what you're supposed to do. One thing I did miss in the previous video is that there's a little thing right here. This slides around if you don't put it in there. That was a fun part to figure out. We're going to wrap it around here, and this goes right between that. And then hopefully you can get this on snapping in here pretty easily. It's not terrible, but it is a little loose, but it stays on regardless. So these both move pretty well. Pretty good. Now, there are a ton of extra of these bits, so I'm going to keep those probably for later, just in case I make a custom or something that needs treads, or just treads hanging off, which I think I actually have a custom that needs some treads that hang off. So there we go. Attach these two. Luckily, this video I thought was going to be really long. It isn't. If I do, I might just make a super cut of all the videos, but that requires me to do a lot of work. And I probably should have just blasted through this whole thing, but I didn't know if it was going to take 2 hours or 0. And it's easier to combine videos than to split them, I've found, at least on my phone. And 100% these are the ones that have the 2 little dots on the picture here. That is a lie. Those don't exist. This little guy goes down there. And then looks like we got a single dot that. Flat. And one of them there. Then this piece goes all the way through. A little counterintuitive there. And then we've got 2 black ones that go dot side out. Dot side out. This part was with the what do you call it? This little black piece here was with the why is my brain not working? The treads, so in case you don't find it. This is supposed to be spinning, and I don't really like the way that that feels. So I might try to find something to cap it off. We've got a couple other pieces on here that didn't get used, which always bothers me when we're doing one of these builds. But here he is. It is as good as it's going to get for that. Then we snap that piece on. Now, there are a ton of extra parts. And as I've mentioned, not a fan of extra parts. So this piece clicks onto here. And there we have him. All in all, worth the money that I paid for it. I think if you put one side like this and the other side like that, he holds up pretty well. But look at all these extra parts. I mean, there are a ton of extra tread parts, which I might just combine right now. But he does have some pretty decent articulation. You can pull that up. Can't really tilt his head, which that's a problem. I might glue that in there because that's going to drive me freaking crazy. This doesn't really articulate. It kind of moves this way and that way, so that's about all that you're getting out of that. This is his like movie 1 version. Oh, you know, it helps if you have it pointed up. So this this articulates. But like, look at that. Like, everything pops off of him. And these are, I won't say they're Lego quality, but they're pretty darn good for what they are. So he's got his like laser and a couple other things on here. But there's some stuff that can be improved on this model. Namely, like this is barely even on there. This was like an afterthought. Someone was like, I'll just get it done today. All of these extra pieces are puzzling. Not to make a pun, but then he does have some extra pieces here, which this one's a darker one, and I think I am going to swap that out with that. Like this extra piece goes to nothing. There's an extra one of these that I'm going to look through the pieces for. I would have preferred this back here to hold him up as well, because like this part just falls right out. So I'm going to try to lock some of these pieces in here. Might have to go hunt down some other Lego bits that I have. I just feel like they gave me the extra parts and then didn't tell me to use them anywhere. Here's the tons of these extra tread pieces, which is slightly annoying because I would rather, instead of had a million extra tread pieces, just had the Mohawk and possibly the piece there. There's a Lego store nearby. I'm just gonna go swing by there, grab a couple of pieces that will fit it. I have to look it up and see which ones I need exactly. But I'm gonna make the extra parts because you can just pop that right off and you can put a Mohawk there. Like, it is not difficult. Real sad that Lego decided not to make this set. I'm gonna assume the best of it was that they went to do the license and the licensee was like, give me $1 billion, because it's probably Sony, and Sony is terrible with licenses. But like, look at all this extra tread. Like, I could literally make an additional tread piece out of this. And I do know they give you some extra, but this is ridiculous. That, and some of them just don't feel like they hook together very well. I really, really, really do feel like they wasted some money on this, and they could have put it towards like modifying it. Because I'd buy 3 more if I could have a movie 2 one, and like Short Circuit 2 version, as well as a like beat up version, as well as the gold version from, spoilers, the end of the movie. Gold version would be sweet. Look at that. Look at all that. Luckily, I probably have something I can use it for. I don't feel like having all of this bounce around, though, in a bin. So we are going to combine all of this into one nice soluble thing. I've not been counting these, but I feel like I have a project that I needed a bunch of tread for, and now I got it. Another cool thing, which I might look up, is to maybe 3D print some rubber for the bottom of this tread. I've got some TPU just sitting around doing nothing. I stopped making custom rubber parts for transformers and whatnot, because in all honesty, like if I make 100 of one, I go to a convention and sell none of them, and then the one that I made 2 of, everyone wants. So it's real hard to forecast whether a 30-year-old figure is going to be the 30-year-old figure everyone wants new rubber tires for. That being said, I probably still will work on a couple of other ones, but it's going to be like a year before another TFCon is in the area, and PowerCon seems to be mostly He-Man centric, so I'm gonna concentrate on those two items. I got a year for PowerCon and a little less than that for the next TFCon. I'm going to assume it's probably going to be Baltimore this year. Toy conventions are really where I'm going to be trying to set up for the next year. Really bummed I'm missing out on RetroCon, which is probably going on right as I speak. I purposely have avoided it. I really wanted to go. It just wasn't in the cards. I do want to thank my only patron currently, unless you've added it since I'm going to be posting this, but Allison of Troy, can't remember what her actual @ name was, because it changes on like everything. It's like Total Glenda and switches to a bunch of stuff. So anyway, thank you for patronizing me. Good. I do appreciate it. What is going on here? So we're going to pop this piece off. Oh, and hey, I popped another piece off. As I said, these still feel like they're better than Mega Bloks, but there is some adhesion issues here. I will try to put a link in the thing, but I believe I got this on Temu for relatively cheap. So if for some reason you can't find it, just look up Short Circuit on there. That's how I found it. Johnny 5 might work, but I think it was Short Circuit was what I actually looked up to find this. Yeah, see, he's like flopping here. So I got to figure something out to fix that there. That's a little better. But yeah, it's definitely not Lego Lego quality. It'd also be cool, you know, to have the different versions from the other parts of the movie. This movie was one of the ones that I grew up with and was very much, oh, that seems to work if you just prop them up like that. Shouldn't really have to, but, yeah. Not too many extra other parts, but tons of tread. Not to retread that subject. But yeah, we're just going to put this in my baggie of weird stuff down here. So I'm sure I'm going to have a Transformer custom or something I'm going to need some treads for in the future. Got a few random extra little bits. Yeah, you know what? I really think that this should be like this, poked through or something. Because this just doesn't feel like it's going to sit on here well. This one goes all the way through. So what I'll do is I'll get a, pretty sure I have a couple of those laying around. There we go. I'm just going to get a thing to poke through that so that it doesn't fart around like that. But here, like, what is all this? Here, found that. And that's all we got. Not too terrible. I've seen much worse when it comes to Lego figures. But we're going to leave Johnny 5 here. I love this figure. And I think I only paid like $10. Like, it was ridiculously cheap. Check it out. Hope you enjoyed this alpha build. That's what I'm calling this now. My non-kit bashing but still building stuff section. Since we're not getting any Power Rangers, probably going to be putting this on Saturdays from now on. But I do have a couple of other Power Rangers coming, so that's how that works. And actually, there's some Godzillas. I don't know when I'm going to put this on. Just follow me. You'll see it. This is going to be a regular thing because I have a ton of these kits that I never built. I got this Back to the Future set, which will come up soon. And then I've got a couple of model kits. I got this one, Supernatural. Hey, Allison, if you want, and you see this, let me know which one you want to see next. How about that one at Mark's? I have the other two of this set somewhere. Yeah, I built the Cubert and the Centipede a long time ago. I'll have to dig them out if that's the one we go with. I will also take any suggestions, but I do have a Gundam coming, so the Gundam will be also being done. There, that might work. I don't know. This part's just way too loose is the problem. Maybe I'll put some Teflon tape on there. I thought I had some around. I'll do some Teflon tape. Should lock that down pretty good. Because yeah, he is just flopping right over. So hey, we found the problem with this one. There. Number 5 alive. Nice software. Which always bothered me because that would have been hardware. Excuse me. Although she is soft, that is hardware. Software would be something she downloaded to her brain. Cool. So next I got to look into getting a one of those auto turntable things. Probably going to order that tonight because I kind of been missing out on that. But there you go. It's Johnny 5. Pretty cool set. Got it on Temu. Do not pay the exorbitant amounts for this set on weird websites, because I think I saw this one for like up to $60. And he is he is cool. There are a couple improvements that may or may not be done by me. Mainly, like you can do some crazy stuff with him. But I thought he had under eyes. I'm going to have to rewatch this movie is what's going to happen here. I'm going to have to rewatch Short Circuit 1 and 2. I love them anyway, so it's not like it's torture. But I do want to get that the mohawked version with his lunchbox instead of the laser. And I think he's got a couple other things, but like, you know, wrap up this section. Whether I purchase a second one or not, that who knows. I probably will. If they had a gold version, hey, Temu people, if you see this, get a gold version, please. Whether it's all yellow with just a little bit of chrome here or there, I would prefer it to be more chrome than not. But take a look at the end of that second movie. He does he gets a new body, and he is very, very chromed out, and he is amazing, and I want that. Hope you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, comment, and until next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys.